Oh, baby, no signal. No fucking signal. That's right. We have a signal. We have a signal. I'm chewing on ice right now. I had an iced Americano this morning. the Finns that work at Espresso House here, they look at me like I'm fucking insane because it's literally like -5 or -10 degrees Celsius. I actually don't even know what that translates to anymore in Fahrenheit, the old American system. Anyways, plenty to discuss today. It's a live stream, baby. We got some live action going on right now because Bitcoin's been doing some very interesting things when I'm back in Finland. So I have the whole setup available to myself, and I suspect that we'll be doing at least one, maybe even 2 live streams a week, depending upon kind of time and where I'm at. This week very likely just one, but we'll make it a good one. That's the idea. I see a lot of familiar faces in here right now. Crypto Chrissy, good morning to you. Elsa will be here soon. She's actually on a caffeine run herself, but she doesn't drink coffee. She drinks like these like god awful energy drinks called Celsius and Noco and shit like that. If you're in the Nordic countries, you probably know what I'm talking about. Just overpriced garbage, but you know what? Whatever, man. Whatever. Anyways, a lot of other familiar faces here as well. Jack Frost, what's up, man? DJ and John keeps on asking, Krown, show us your bags. Do you mean the bags under my eyes? To be honest, man, I'm probably the worst person to ask what are your bags because I have the most boring ones, or at least to, the crypto crew. It's very boring because it's mostly just Bitcoin. Although there's one scam that I actually do really like. Not because it's gonna change the world or anything like that, because it knows it's a scam. Or I don't even know if it knows it's a scam, but it's fucking funny, man. It's super funny. In fact, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you this fucking thing. People need to know about this thing because it's so fucking hilarious. Whoever created this thing, they have a great sense of humor, and honestly, I'm a believer. Okay, so I'll show you over here. My bags, although I don't even own this thing, but my bags include, or should include, this Balkan dwarf motherfucker, as you can see. And you might be wondering, what the hell is this? Me too. I don't know what the hell it is. It doesn't do anything. It is literally just a meme, but it does run, okay? You see him right there? That's the Balkan dwarf. He can run. He's got feet. He's got legs. He can move them. He can move them like fucking crazy. And he even has an amazing song as well. I'm going to show you an amazing song right here. All right, here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. Hey, don't do that, you bastard. There we go. Yes. Oh, yeah. Wait, you can't hear the song. Oh my god. I have it muted. We need to run that back. We need to run that back real fast. Show me that dwarf. What's he doing? What's going on here? Why is Kratos in this video? I've seen this dwarf have sex with so many different creatures, it's really concerning at this point. What is he? What is this thing? Why is he there? Hey! Don't throw that! He's very strong, and he has legs. How can you not love this thing? How can you not love this thing? Like, what is it? What is it? What are you? You fucking green leprechaun munchkin? What are you doing here? Anyways, I'll go over to some Bitcoin action. We'll get into the action today soon enough. But I do want to read some of these comments because they're great. Balkan dwarf Inu. It's not an Inu bullshit. It's just Balkan dwarf, I guess. Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. By the way, I'll actually show you. So this I didn't even know until recently because I showed one of my friends this, and then he sent me this, and he's like, "Hey man, sounds like a scam." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's 100% a scam." I mean, that's certainly not even the question. But if you go over here to CoinDerpo and you look at their page, the Balkan dwarf, it says, according to GoPlus, don't know who that is, but they sound trustworthy, the contract creator can make changes to this token contract, such as disabling sales, changing fees, minting, transferring tokens. Exercise caution. I like this one right here. Disabling sales. That's right, baby. For toddling. That's what real tokenomics look like. That's bullish as fuck. No selling allowed. That's right. No selling allowed. You must hold it. You must hold this piece of shit or this piece of highly esteemed technology, which is literally, these are true pumpamentals, man. Richard Hart doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is real. This is real. This is real. You can't even sell it, or they can at least make it that way. I think you can sell it for right now. So maybe that still goes on. Who the hell knows? All in says bend over. I see what you did there with the name. What's up, Hoda? Good morning to you, man. It's the real tokenomics. Yeah, man. It's hilarious that, like, that's just so fucking crypto, man. That's so crypto. All of this is so crypto. It's all ridiculous. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about magic money, fucking magic money, even Bitcoin's magic money. But you know what? It's my favorite magic money. It's the one that I'm most convinced on. Anyways, what's up, Airwolf? Good morning to you as well. Mr. Bear Nutrition. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Bear Nutrition in real life. Just an absolute phenomenal guy. Met him and his wife, actually. Just great people. Amazing people. And looking forward to see them again sometime soon. And good morning to you as well, sir. MGTOW out by logic. No selling allowed. That's right. Sounds like idiocracy. It's not idiocracy. That is geniosity. That is geniosity, sir. Like, what are you talking about? If you want something to go up, just disable sells. You can only buy. I mean, at that point, well, who's the idiot now? The person getting rich or the person not getting rich? Then again, you can't really sell it. So did you make any money? Well, you made some of these imaginary kekek coins or whatever the fuck it's called. So maybe one day my country will accept that for tax dollars, which would be great. Anyways, we are so back, says Turp Killer. I mean, I think Bitcoin's been back for a while now, to be honest with you. But you know what? It's a good time to be back for a live stream, I do think. Anyways, non-consensual tokenomics. Sir, when TA on that dwarf coin? We could actually look at it. God, this might be bad. All right, let's go look at the dwarf derp. Actually have it over here because I do like. I want to get it just because it's funny. TA on this thing, I mean, to be fair, it does have higher highs and higher lows. But I don't, like, when you talk about literal dog shit, like this one's not on that list. This one's on the very legitimate list. No, this one's on the completely useless, at least from what I can understand right now, list. As far as TA goes, it is an uptrend. I mean, look, like if you're going to play these sort of highly esteemed technologies, I think like a month ago to maybe 2 months ago was really the time to be getting into them. Yeah, they probably have, one more general rally alongside this market after Bitcoin does its thing. But after that, I think there's going to be other better plays for a while. You're probably going to see a market-wide pullback for a while, actually, as well. Really interestingly enough, I've gotten so many messages recently, about people asking me like, hey man, don't you think it's a good time to short right now? This was also all in like the last 48 to 72 hours. I'd say, hey man, don't you think it's a great time to short right now because everyone's bullish? It's like, man, if you only heard the last fucking 5 people message me that in the past day, you might rethink that. But anyways, probably a good segue to get into Bitcoin over here. So you know what, we'll get onto that topic. Let me bring up my notes and we can get back to some chatting action as I see that there's a lot of holy shit, man. What's going on over here? I see people still shilling shitcoins. That's how you really know the bull market's on. I can tell when I can tell how healthy the market is by the amount of scam emails I get trying to market for XYZ shitcoin or XYZ project. It's all bullshit, man. What's up, Alex Switch? Good morning to you as well. I've also met Alex Switch and his girlfriend. Very lovely people as well. They're the best, man. They are actually amazing. They came all the way to Finland. I don't know why, but they did. Magic or soap in prison, says Remco. Good morning to you, man. Beatles in love as well. The boys getting bullish on shitcoins. Back to live streams. Yep. Chris Biolo, you already know it, man. You already know it. All right. You look like a Maluma today. I don't know what that is, but sure. Okay, so let me see. Where do I want to start off this analysis with? Yeah, we're going to start this one off from a bit of a different angle. I'll record this as well, upload it later today, just for the people who don't want to sit through like a fucking hour or 2 hour long live stream. Fair enough. I don't blame you. It's time to play some Baldur's Gate. In fact, this is really interrupting my playtime right now. I played 9 hours yesterday. 9 fucking hours. Still level 5. Having a great time though. Anyways. Okay. So let's start it off over here. Or let's actually start it off this way. Welcome back to the Krown Crypto channel. It's a nice little Tuesday morning over here. We are currently recording this from a live stream, which I will likely be doing at least once, maybe even twice a week, going onwards and here forwards, as long as I'm in Finland, which will be for another month or two. Anyways, today's topic is it's not stopping, or at least what's not stopping. And to answer that question, I'm just going to bring you over to the chart view over here, and we're going to start off with the GBTC chart. So the GBTC chart obviously represents the asset that does trade OTC GBTC, which has, or at least is, one of the most close instruments to getting a Bitcoin ETF. I think it's actually probably closer than BlackRock, and the chart shows it. And this is a chart that we've been referencing for a while now, as it has been essentially giving us a bit of a forwards look as to, well, what to expect with Bitcoin spot. This one was giving signals first, is what I'm trying to say. It was giving signals first, similar to what we did see actually in 2018 and 2019 when we used to reference this channel, or sorry, when we used to reference this chart a lot on this channel, is what I'm trying to say. Back on over here, it kind of lost its relevancy in the couple years after that, but it does seem to have regained it, especially when we started to look at it back in around June region. So in this case, there are a few very interesting things going on. First and foremost, we do see a nice gap up breakout. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, but that's a Jesus Christ dildo. Well, it's Tuesday, my friend. It's fucking Tuesday. Give it a few more days here. This to me does look like a pretty obvious breakout. We see what we would expect to see as far as volatility metrics do go. We are seeing the highest volatility reads since basically the March rally, and I suspect that that's probably going to continue a bit more there as well. And then also, what is very relevant for today's analysis is that it is actually trading above. It's trading above the bull market, or sorry, the bear market bull trap that we saw in March of 2022. This was a really, really important area and will be a very important area for Bitcoin as well, if and when it does approach it. But GBTC already there and actually breaking above it on a gap up rally does imply that we're probably going to see Bitcoin spot do something relatively similar, at least somewhere around there. So once again, combining this with yesterday's video about 45,000 bucks, this would kind of add on to that case of confluence as to the relevancy of that region. I won't go through all the other reasons. You can just watch yesterday's video for that. I'm gonna turn down the sound over here because it's fucking loud, and I can't even hear myself think right now. But more importantly, yes, the weekly breaking out in this fashion, really, 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 really strong. I do expect that particularly GBTC will continue, which does imply, yes, one, their chances of getting an ETF are likely strengthened as insiders get to trade on this information, even though it is illegal, but they do it anyways. And that shows up in the charts. And again, that's going to be relevant for Bitcoin spot because, well, ETF good is the general consensus. And then also, Bitcoin spot likely to follow this chart as well. And what do you know? This one is trading well above this 618 Fibonacci retracement right here. Let me just bring it into view. And making its way towards the 786, kind of similar to what we did see yesterday for Bitcoin. So I would be looking, for it to maybe settle even as much as close to 38, 39 bucks. Going down to the daily, we can see, again, just a clear and obvious breakout right here. Really, 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 really good as far as I'm concerned. We do see that this is accompanied by hidden bullish divergence of the 1, 2, 3 drive variety on the daily, and upwards and onwards is the name of the game, again, on increasing volatility. So that is, sure, a lot of people are gonna be like, but it's a fake breakout. No, this looks pretty fucking real to me. Could be wrong in that, obviously, but that's what I'd be probabilistically thinking right now. Anyways, what we can do now is we can go over into the next chart, which is the Bitcoin HPDR chart, and we can see something of particular interest here as well. Bitcoin on the daily closing very healthily above, almost getting in a full open and closure on the daily above that blue 50% of historic returns range. Again, this is just, as far as I'm concerned, just beginning, because HPDRV volatility is just starting to actually get above what I would consider like non-trivial reads, which is about 50 percentile. So again, this rally, from what I'm looking at right here, very likely does continue. The next sort of major area of interest would be about 44,600, or sorry, 44,500 and change. Doesn't mean that things can't trade above there. Just means that, that'd be sort of the next maybe short-term stopping point. Again, directional volatility also leading up. This not super relevant right now. It was super relevant last week when it was giving us a bias that, hey, volatility expansion from these regions is very likely to lead towards upwards continuation, not a reversal here. And so that is just, consistent now and continuing upwards and onwards. This is just a clear flag out after a big move to the upside. That is typically a very, very strong read. In fact, I'll give you an example of a past one that was actually rather similar in a lot of ways. And it was back on over here. back when over here in 2019, coming off of the last bear market in 2018, 2019, in this first big move to the upside, Bitcoin traded sideways for about 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Sorry, this is going to look a lot better on a daily, by the way. I just have to scroll all the way back there and show you because there is a lot of similarities here. I think even Jason Pizzino made a post about this. I'm not a fractal guy, but in this case, you know, it's the same idea, right? Big move to the upside, flag out. All of them are just higher lows. It doesn't really give you like a major pullback in the sense that like you get something like this, because a lot of the deviation bros are looking for something like that, right? It just continues upwards and onwards in this sort of rising channel, and that again resolved to the upside, and then you got the real move right here. In fact, even a similar thing right here, it flagged out twice. So, you know, that can continue onwards and upwards for some time. But looking at it right here, what essentially am I making of this chart? It does mean that in the near term, in the short term, you know, over the next probably I would say 3 to 5 days, any sort of a move back down to 40,900. It can happen, yes, but I'd be looking at that as at the very least a bouncy region and probably a nice reversion, reversion area as well. Meaning that if Bitcoin did come back down around there, I think that'd probably be the low of the of that retracement. They're really the only problems that can happen for Bitcoin in the more near term is if you saw a move back down below about 40,000 bucks even below there. Okay, I'm wrong. This is going to be a major, massive fake. I don't know about fake out, but it would just be a major, massive trap, and you can expect quick moves back down to 36,000 bucks or and change. I don't think that's what's happening, but that might be my criteria for that, obviously. So moving on to the next thing, I do want to go into some Bitcoin statistics for the daily. We haven't referenced this in a little bit of time, but the Tuesday for Bitcoin is traditionally the most bullish day for Bitcoin, meaning that if we look at all of Bitcoin's prior dailies from the open to the close, 42% of them did close positively. And that is the highest by far of any of the days for Bitcoin, except for Friday. Friday also is kind of decent. With an average return of about 2%. So if we put this on a daily, where would 2% on top of current price on top of the current open look like? And let's see, 2%. Oh, Jesus. Okay. It's like a move for ants, just, about 42,800. So what am I trying to say? Statistically speaking, Tuesday being the most bullish day for Bitcoin is probably the most likely to have continuation. And today would be a great day for continuation, especially after, a break on volatility like that. Notice I didn't say volume. Oh my God, I'm seeing the same fucking dumb shit with volume again, man. It never stops. It never fucking stops. Never fucking stops with this stupid volume bullshit. Bitcoin's pumping on lower volume. It's bad. It's like, you don't even know why it's fucking bad. You don't even know why it's fucking bad. You just heard that somewhere and someone said it was bad, but they gave you no fucking reason for it. Look, I've seen things pump on extremely low volumes. I've seen things dump on extremely low volume. I don't think volume matters that much in algorithmically driven markets. Sorry, we're in the year fucking 2023. Most of the shit's done by algos, not just like massive fucking blocks being thrown down at the open and close, although that still does happen, but not so much in Bitcoin as a 24/7 market that does trade worldwide. No, in my experience, that you don't even see fucking volume on my chart. These volume motherfuckers, man, it just, oh man, oh God, they should be banned. The TA police should come around and take them to shitcoin jail. Fucking bastards. No, the volume does matter, but it doesn't matter as much as people would have you believe. And really, volume matters on climaxes. That's where I find that volume actually really does matter. If you see a volume climax, not fucking low volume, I don't care about low volume reads, but volume climaxes, like extreme outlier volume reads, yeah, those two do typically mark major highs and major lows. And that does matter, 100%, 1,000 motherfucking percent. But for the love of God, if I see goddamn volume this, volume that, go fuck yourself, sir. All right. Anyways, I'm sure I'm gonna get so much shit for that because there's my deviation on volume. It's like, oh God. Works like a charm. Anyways, I do want to follow up on the 6-hour time frame setup as well from the Oracle Pro. This one still is actually holding long here. Fair enough. I suppose it'll remain long, especially as long as Bitcoin's above $41,000 on a closing basis. But I do think that this one is like starting to kind of wear out its welcome. I mean, this one fired off all the way over here below $38,000. Bitcoin traded more than 10% to the upside, more than 12% to the upside. You know, how much can you really expect from a 6-hour time frame? Just if you were referencing the Oracle Pro. Oh, by the way, I should let the people know, if you are in the Chart Prime package, you get access to both of these indicators that I just showed right here, but also you get access to the Jewel Light, and they're adding all of the other indicators in the Jewel bundle now, and because I gave it to them, and what else? And they're starting to work on my next statistically based ones, which I just got a message about earlier yesterday, and that's actually going to be pretty fucking sweet. So hopefully they have that done in the next couple of weeks here, because that would be really, 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 really awesome. Again, the price doesn't change. If you already have it, they should just give you access towards it. And if they haven't done that, then just, I don't know, message their support and they'll figure it out. Not me, because it's not my fucking company. I also get emails about meta signals as well. It's like, I'm an investor in the company. It's not my company though. Anyways, any volume indicators coming out soon. I would rather masturbate with sandpaper and a landmine filled with HIV infested needles and using Rosie O'Donnell's queef as my only air supply while I swim up the Nile River. Okay. Elsa says, okay. Then talk about fucking volume indicators. C Perk says, wow. I know. Yeah. Oh, I'm still recording. Oh man. All right. Yeah. So there's that. And I think that's a good place to leave off on this particular analysis. Again, anything Bitcoin above 41 or 40,900, any pullback from there is, you know, just that, a pullback before further continuation. I do think that continuation is still more likely from here, actually in the more near term over the next two days, the 48 hours. Again, according to these statistics, Tuesday would be a great day for continuation, just statistically speaking. Wednesday, more of a coin toss right there, as you can see, and Thursday would be a great day for a pullback. So you know what? I'll end things right there. I'll also end my life and get back to some Baldur's Gate 3 action. And with that said, I want to wish you the best as always. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully on another live stream at near you. Nice. All right, sweet. All right, let's get to the comment section over here. I want to chew some more of this ice. It's very delightful to chew on ice, like kind of concerning actually. I think that's what actually redacted people do, and I say that in like a as a term of endearment, but I can see why they do it. All right, I see some super chats here. Let me just scroll up. I didn't have my usual setup, so I might not get all. I might not recognize all of them. Okay, I think I actually did get back to the first one, so this is good. We'll start off with Ben. He's looking at CLSK Clean Spark. All right, it's gonna be a good day for oh, this is like a real stock. Okay, I thought it was a crypto. Clean Spark. All right. Well, Oracle says long, but okay, let's get rid of this for right now. I can't really see things all that well with it. Okay, and did you give any time frames? Daily to weekly. Okay, so very high term time frames. Oh, apparently I've looked at this thing like a long time ago. Looks like my lines did not work out. Yeah, funnily enough with the lines. Great place for a little bit of a short-term pullback here, but ultimately the reversal looks real to me. Monthly tells a story on this one. I suspect that this one's going to pop up to like $12.50. You do see a bit of an inverted herp and derp right here. We'll just do patterns alongside our lines, make it even better. Bring all the memes out. I think that this one will find its way somewhere between like $12.50 to maybe even as much as $23.50 in the next quarter or so. Long term, not a fan of this chart, obviously, but it can put in a move somewhere in this region right here very easily, and it still remain with these long term, lower highs. So, short term on a monthly rallies, long term, I'm not a fan of a chart like that. Amadeo Siana, good morning. Sorry, hey dad, I want you to call me mom. Oh, everyone wants to be dad. Everyone wants to be the king. Everyone wants to be the king. Yo, you're doing good. You're doing great, king. Oh my God, fucking cringe. Cringe. I want to be called mom. I want to be called mommy. All right. Hey dad, Mimi on the 4 hours, please. Sure. MEME USD. Trades on Bittrex. Bittrex isn't even around anymore, so that makes a lot of sense in cryptocurrency land. Is there an exchange that actually might have history here? Maybe Binance. They like to list this kind of shit. Actually, really good. Actually, this one's probably gonna pop up quite a fair bit. I don't know about a fair bit, but it does look like it's in the process of breaking out right here. New highs, all higher lows. I don't know how high it's gonna go. There's really no history on this thing, but I expect that it does go higher in the more near term. It's not bad. Really only problems if you see this one back below like 3.5 cents. Until then, not bad. Crypto Clown World says, "Sup, Krown? What's up, man? Nice." You always have the same emoticons. Good, man. It's very, very good. You're consistent. We like consistency. Let's see. Mac Mini says, "Krown, I want you to father my child, but I'm a mom. Wreck my wife." She sounds lovely. I'm sure that she's also down. And if she's not, she's a lesbian. So Sam Dumu says, "Big time 30 minutes." Okay. Big time. What the fuck is this? They're really running out of better names, I think. Big time. Okay. Wow. Actually, this is kind of what I think that last chart's going to do, something similar to this. And this is what, you really should not, I should not say this, but this is like in the past month when you were right around here, that was the time to be looking at these, very highly esteemed pieces of technology. You wanted the 30-minute time frame specifically. Look, it's going into consolidation again. The short-term rally to the upside is over. I think that much is very obvious, but is it going to set another higher low and continue upwards and onwards? I think it probably has one more move to the upside just based off the daily. Looking at the 30-minute right here, it's really not much to be making much of a chart off of, but I do think that there's probably more upside, especially as long as this one's above 67 cents. 67 cents. This one consolidates into a higher low and gets one more try to the upside. But the overall rally is very extended now. It's very, 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 very hot. Kind of playing with fire, in my opinion, on that one. Or you're definitely playing with fire on that one. I mean, it's fucking shitcoin, man. It's called big time. Like, what the fuck is that? It makes no sense. Anyways, I see one more. Let me pop back up over here. This one's from fucking Buy the Dip. He says, you know it's bullshit market when I'm here. When I'm here as well, sir. GFI, please. I got in early. Thanks for all you do. All good, man. All I do is make videos about this shit on the internet. It's not much. Goldfinch. Okay. So you got in early. So what the fuck? How early did you get in? Maybe you got in a little bit too early over here. In which case you are back at close to break even. Great place on this one for a pullback, in my opinion. But pullbacks anywhere above 135 is just another higher low before continuation to the upside. So I don't know what time frame you're going off of here. Let me just, okay, no time frame given. But I do suspect that this one, is going to retrace a little bit more from here. Long term, does it try another move to the upside? Yeah, I do think so. I think most things in this market will at least try one more move to the upside. But I'd be looking for tops, relatively soon. If it has one more breakout, I don't think that this one does anything better than like 250, maybe $3 in like a best case scenario. But where would I call a top on this one right here? Well, the really obvious area would be back down below the low side of this wick, which was about 110. Below 110, the rally's over, and this one dumps back to hell. But until then, short term, I expect that it does something like this, kind of wedges itself into a higher low, and then tries to move to the upside. But kind of a more difficult chart here, because let's actually see, where would my fibs be coming in around? Maybe this can help. Yeah, it's stuck at the 50% retracement. That's going to be a good place for consolidation. Just don't want to see it crack below about 110, 115 region. If that starts to happen, big reversal. Until then, it's all higher lows and likely continuation into the mid twos. As crazy as that does sound. Anyways, let's see. I think let's see. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got it. RM says, good day, sir. DYDX, daily and weekly. All right, let's check it out. DYDX. I guess we go to, oh yeah, nice. They have a crypto one for this. Sweet. Okay, so you're looking at a daily and a weekly. Weekly, unimpressive compared to a lot of the other charts that we've seen today, actually. Daily, same thing. This one, it had its run. You can see that Percentage wise, it hasn't been as impressive as the other ones that we've seen. I'm guessing this one's probably stuck somewhere between, or sorry, I'm doing this wrong. Let me actually do it this way. I want to see the big bad one. I want to see the big one. Yeah, this one's certainly relatively weak compared to all the other charts that we've seen, which is not a great sign. Did you give any time frames on this one? Daily, weekly? Yeah, you did. I mean, look, as long as it's above 280, I guess you can make some excuses for it and say that it'll probably retest these highs at $4, but the second that it starts to lose about 280, I look at this one as just likely to come back down to the same area that you saw over the summer, something like that. You know, weekly here, I suspect that at minimum it spent some time going sideways here. I really only get excited about this one above 390. At that point, it can really rally quite heavily towards $5.50. But for right now, there are more interesting charts. I guess I do like the weekly higher lows here. It's just, you know, pound for pound, it's not as strong as a lot of the other shitcoins we've seen today. Hambone Crypto says, B-Pro USD on the daily. Sup, man? I hope all is well. All is well, sir. B-Pro. Okay, I remember this name as a shitcoin from last cycle. Let's see where it's at now. It's doing exactly what most shitcoins from the last cycle are doing. Again, just compared to the other charts we've seen today, not impressive, not interesting, not great, pound for pound. Is it going to continue here? I mean, kind of similar to the last chart, like this would be a really good place for at least a more prolonged consolidation between, what is this, like 1/10 of a cent to the upside versus 0.8 of a cent to the downside. You know, below 0.8 of a cent, this one gets sent back to hell. I don't think that's what's happening overall. I just think that this one's going to be a laggard. It's going to be weak. It's going to be, it's going to play like, you know, later on, but yeah, you know, above 1/10, sorry, 1/10 of a cent. Do I have that right? No, 1/10 of a cent. My brain is not working right now. Oh, and that's 8/100ths of a cent. You know, I do think that this one probably rallies up to like 1.7 of a cent, but it's just, look, man, not fucking good. Like, not fucking good. You don't have to play shit like this. You know, even if it does follow the rest of the market, which it probably will, it's not going to follow as much. I'll actually explain why right now is really not the time to be playing a lot of these shitcoins. If you're thinking like in terms of relative strength, for most of the shitcoins, it's going to be a death sentence right now. Bitcoin dominance is going to go higher. I was wrong about a potential reversal. I mean, we did see a reversal here, but not a monthly reversal here. This one's already making, I think, new highs on the rally, or very close to it. Yeah, very, very close to it. This is going to continue here. Most altcoins versus their Bitcoin pairing are not going to fare too well. So if their chart looks like the last couple ones that we looked at, it's probably going to be amazing, actually. No, Krown's just trying to manipulate your shitcoins to accumulate them lower, and then I can own shitcoins as well in my bags. But yeah, this one and most of them not going to be doing too well. The first few ones that we saw today, those ones I suspect will do very well, but they're going to be in the minority most likely. Dan Norman says Caspo. Okay, I think this is symbol KAS. Yeah, it is. It is. There's Caspa and Casta. And this one, another good example of a good one. Very, very good one. You can see, I mean, you know, this chart just looks aeons different than the last couple charts that we looked at. It's straight fucking up. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Is it going to continue on with the straight up? I mean, it has the backdrop to do it. And, you know, again, higher lows here as long as you're above, what is it, 12.5 cents. Anything above 12.5 cents, I'm looking at this one as still bullish and more likely for continuation. Below 12.5 cents, okay, this one run done for a while. Look for it to go back somewhere around 10 cents or a little bit lower. But for right now, you know, I'd still be going with the prior trend, even though things are starting to get pretty crazy here, to be fair. I don't know how much more this one has to go, but I do expect that it has maybe one more drive to the upside, as I think most of this market does have one more drive to the upside. Just like it's starting to become very, very difficult. Before, you know, in November, it was kind of easier to be like, hey, this one probably, you know, we're probably still good here. It was a little bit easier back in September. Same thing. It's like, hey, we're getting a lot of signals here. Now I'm starting to say, yeah, there's probably one more, but you're gonna start to hear me change my tune on this market in general. I think near the end of December, maybe January, something like that. I don't think that the overall rally lasts so much more in terms of time. I think maybe another month, and then we probably play out and see a pretty sizable correction, and then the $12,000 targets come out again, which is good because that's what you need. Just as they've come out on every fucking downside move, no matter how big or small it has been over the past over the past like I don't know, year now or year and a half, I guess. Anyways, we'll move on to the next one. We have Mr. Amadeus. He's back. Hey, mommy. That's right. That's right, motherfucker. Doggy on the daily and weekly. Okay, yeah. Doggy coin is always a good litmus test of where this market currently is. Daily time frame. Yeah. Okay. So again, very similar to a lot of the other shitcoins that we've seen. It's not following as much. It is following, but it's not following as much. So not as strong, which is not a great sign. But is it going to continue up from here? Probably yes. Probably yes. I do think that this one compared to especially a lot of the other charts that we looked at, very obviously, in my opinion, has put in a macro low. This is also a higher low, or you could say double bottom, whatever the fuck. It's slightly higher low. This one very likely works its way towards 12.5 cents. I do think in the coming like 3-4 months. Then again, it's doggy coin. It might do that all in one day and then do fuck all for 3 or 4 months. Timing, again, as always, difficult. But for right now, if I'm looking at the weekly, if I'm looking at the monthly, yeah, higher term time frames very likely do trade higher. Daily time frame, well, probably tries higher as well, to be fair. Really only problems on this one if you go back down below about 8 cents. That's where it's switched on to full on bearish. But for now, yeah, probably has more to the upside. Let's see. KOJ says, hey, mommy, what's up, man? What's up, dude? Please do Metis. 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 Okay. Sub, mommy. Please do Metis. On what time frame? None given. Again, another example of just a shitcoin of a chart. Not as strong as the other ones. Has not been putting these higher highs. It's going to be working on lower highs for quite some time. Daily time frame. Does this one stop out here or retrace a little bit more? Maybe yes. I'd still have to remain overall bullish on it as long as you're above about $21. Below $21, okay, that's a bit more of an easy call. But until then, I think the market just kind of generally gets a free ride versus US dollar. This one could move up to like $27 or so and maybe put in a top there, something like that. But no time frames given there, so I don't really know where to go with it. Amadeus, he's back. He wants to look at AGIX on the daily and weekly. No problem. Okay, AGIX. Singularity net. Okay. Different chart here for sure. I mean, you see something like a lot different, especially compared to what the fuck was going on over there. Great play short term for a pullback again, but it already has been consolidating here for how long? For about almost 10 days. Yeah, about 10 days. Overall better than the other ones that we've seen. Monthly look, yeah, I do think it could retrace here a little bit towards 28 cents. That's fine. Especially as long as it's above like 28, 27 cents. Long term, I do think that it continues on with the rally and probably trades closer to 40 cents. This one's doing something different, but it's like doing something much different than every other thing that we've seen. Very, very bizarre. What's up, Tyler? Good morning to you, man. Forex request. Thai baht versus the US dollar. Okay. All right. It's not something that I look at myself. I don't live in Thailand. But I should. There's a lot of ladyboys there. Are ladyboys gay or not? Because I just need to know. Is it gay? I don't think it's that gay to have sex with another man. I do think it's gay to get married to another man, though. That's much gayer.
Play a game where you fuck with another dude all the time.
Yeah, it's called a game, okay? It's called a game where you fuck with another dude all the time. And his name is Asterion, okay? He's a vampire, actually, and it's a very romantic story, in fact. I've had my run-ins with gay people many a time. Elsa's laughing because.
Please tell the story.
Do you want me to tell you the story?
Yes.
Which fucking story do you want to hear?
I think the dancing one.
The dancing one. All right, I'll tell the story, but first we need to talk about this very important Thai bot over here. Elsa says, "Who cares?" Okay, long term, obviously downtrend, obviously not good. Short term, does this one try more to the upside? I mean, the weekly says no, actually. This is a fucking hefty rejection right there. That is a weird ass looking chart, man. That's a weird ass looking chart. Let me see. What about like a quarterly? The dancing story. You bastard. Okay. Yeah, I do think that it does likely trade to the upside from here, but the question is, where does it put in the next lower high? This one could trade quite a fair bit to the upside, actually. Do you have let me bring up one of my other charts. I need some other tools for this one. Yes, there we go. Okay, come on. Where is it, baby? Where is it? Thai bot. Okay, THB. Hey, come on, you bastard. Show it to me. Okay, there we go. All right, and let's go maybe like a weekly. Yeah, okay, great place for another lower high. Great place for another lower high. I treat this one as bearish as long as it's below last week's high. And I think that it's probably going to come back down somewhere around these lows. Why do I say that? Hidden bearish divergence on the weekly here, and a nice clean rejection right at the 55 on a trending move on low volatility. I think that this one continues trend to the downside. Okay. Elsa's not going to let me get away with this fucking gay story. So, all right. So I'll tell this story. Okay, I'll tell this story. Okay, so when I was like 23 or 24, all right? When I was 23 or 24, I moved to Chicago. No, it's 23. Yeah, I was 23. I was 23. I moved to Chicago, and I didn't know no one there. Basically, I just moved there basically to for my job. I was working, as a market maker, authorized trader, and I was just new in the city. And I joined this this health club called East Bank Club. It was a great place, actually. If you're in Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. It's fucking amazing. People like Michael Jordan and Queen Latifah go there. I don't know about Queen Latifah. Oprah, that's what I'm thinking of. Go there. It's that kind of a place, okay? So like a very, very nice place. I couldn't even really afford it, but I did it anyways because it was, it was that cool. Going to debt for a gym membership, basically. Anyways, they had a sauna there, okay? They had a sauna, and at the time, I was listening to a lot of Joe Rogan, and he had on this guest called Dr. Rhonda Patrick, and she would espouse the benefits of the sauna. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this sauna shit because it sounds amazing. It sounds like it makes you jacked and lean and all the good stuff, and makes your hair grow back too, maybe. Who knows? So I start going to the sauna like daily, right? And again, I'm new there. I'm a young kid, basically just out of college. And so I start going to the sauna, and I'm just like, I'm just kind of like a chatty person, right? I grew up in San Francisco, and just, being friendly, basically, being a smiley, dumb fucking 23, 24-year-old. And I'm in the sauna, and, I just kind of talk to everyone there, say, hey, what's up? Introduce myself, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, little beknownst to me, the sauna is a great meeting place for I almost said the word, but for gay people, for fergs, and so I would hang out there, and I would talk to this one gay dude. He was maybe like 5-10 years older than me. He was cool, or at least he seemed like he was cool, and there was actually a lot of gay dudes there, but he was one of them. And to me, like, I knew he was gay. Like, I've been around gay people all my life. Grew up in San Francisco. It's no problem. I'm open-minded. I'm cool. I'm progressive. I'm 23. I'm also retarded in like a scientific sense. And so one time, like, we're hanging out in the sauna, just shooting the shit. We always talk about like weightlifting and shit like that. And he's like, hey, dude, do you like weed? And I'm like, well, fuck yeah, man. Of course I do. It's like dumb question. Like, yeah. And he's like, oh, dude, I just got a new piece. Do you want to come over and get high? And I'm like, yeah, man, that sounds amazing. I don't even have any friends here. This is great. I just moved here. And so he's like, all right, cool. Just meet me after meet me after you shower, and we'll walk over to my place. It's not so far. I'm like, all right, no problem. Everything normal at this point, by the way. Completely fine, completely cool. And then we get out of the shower, I start walking towards this place, and he starts like telling me about all of the guys that he's hooking up with and shit like that. And I'm like, and again, I'm just like, I'm open-minded, I'm cool, I'm progressive. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's dope. That's amazing, man. I'm like, great for you. And then things start to get like, this was my first sign. He started to get a little bit strange. Like, he started to kind of flirt. It's like, he was just like saying weird offhanded compliments to me and shit like that. And we get to his apartment, and there's someone, there's like a doorman there. And immediately when I walk in, I'm like following him. He's like, oh, I don't know who this is. He's just following me around. I'm like, what the fuck? Like kind of, flirting as well. And so he brings me up to his room, and we get in there, still mostly normal, I'd say. And I sit down, he gives me some weed. I'm like, oh, this is great. I haven't smoked weed in so long, like it's been since college. And I'm so excited for this. And he's like, yeah, dude, just take all you want. He has like a bunch of it because he's rich. And then he says to me, hey dude, do you like music? I'm like, yeah, I love music, man. Like music is great. And I do love music. It's really, really good. And he's like, what's your favorite genre? And I say, at the time I was like really into Juicy J. So I was like, dude, I love listening to Juicy J and like rap and shit like that. And he's like, oh, I know exactly what you like. And he starts playing some tunes, and it's like, it's not fucking Juicy J, all right? It's like R&B Usher shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is not what I asked for. But anyways, I'm open-minded, I'm cool, I'm progressive. I don't want to be rude. I'm in his place. He can play whatever music he wants. And so he puts on some of that shit, like Usher is singing in the background, like R&B type shit. And then he starts drinking. He starts drinking wine or something. I don't know what it was. He offers me some. I say no. And then he's like, you know what I love about rap? He's like, I'm like, what? He's like, it's just such great music to get down to. I love dancing. He starts like dancing around, okay? And he's like playing with his shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sitting down like next to him, by the way, and he's like dancing around in a circle in front of me. I'm like, all right, it's getting a little bit weird now, but I don't want to be rude. Like, he just smoked me out. He's offering me all these things. He's a nice guy. I have no friends. I'm open-minded. I'm progressive. I'm cool. And then he like stops after a few minutes, and he says, oh, you look like a shoe guy, bro. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I have shoes and I like them. And he says, oh, you got to check out my collection, man. You're going to love it. I say, all right, cool. And so he leads me into his fucking his shoe collection, which, by the way, is in his bedroom, okay? And it's in the closet in his bedroom. And so he opens up the door, and we're in his bedroom. We're in the closet in his bedroom. He opens up the door, and he actually did have a very impressive shoe collection, I will say. There was a lot of shoes, all right? He's gay, obviously. And so I walk in there for 1 second, high as fuck, by the way, for the first time in a long time. I'm like, wow, man, cool shoes. And then I immediately just walk out. Now I'm starting to get the picture, okay? But I don't leave. I don't leave because I don't want to be rude, okay? I'm open-minded, I'm cool, and I'm progressive, all right? So I go back to the place I was sitting down before, and I continue smoking weed, and he continues dancing. And then I look at my phone, I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? And so at that point, I made up some sort of excuse, like I need to do laundry or something, and I leave, and he's like, let me walk you out. No, dude, that's cool. But he's like, no, but you can't leave yet. I'm like, fuck, all right, well, I don't want to be rude, so I go back and sit down for like one more song, and then I tell him, dude, I really need to leave, like I can't be here right now. I need to go do something. And then that's when I left, and I never saw him again. And there's my gay story from Chicago. All right, now let's. Yeah, I told that story first to my boxing trainer, who then, after hearing it, had a fucking heart attack laughing, and then he wanted me to tell it in front of my parents, and they loved it too. Anyways, all right, back onto the comments over here. Let's get to Sushi Yum Yums. That was probably a song that motherfucker played. Ricey on the daily. Okay, RYC. This is Rolls Royce, ain't it? Rolls Royces are cool as fuck, man. And the chart on the weekly is bullish as fuck. Just broke out here. I don't know when I made this chart, but yeah, I think that this one's trading up towards like 5.25 in the coming like 3-4 months. Short term, does it pull back based off of the 55 on the monthly? Probably yes, or maybe we've already seen that. Let's see what a daily looks like. No, it's a breakout. It's a breakout. Continues up first before a major pullback. Weekly breakout as well. Yeah, I think this one's heading up towards like $5 in the coming months. Yeah, pretty good there. Weird that Rolls Royce trades OTC. All right, let's see what else we got. I see Sushi Yum Yum says, sorry, that was so skimpy. Skimpy what? I don't know. D-Trade says, beam on the 4 hour. Sure. I don't think I've ever heard of this one before. So let's see what we got. I guess we'll go to, what's the best exchange for this thing? Maybe Uniswap. 4 hour, huh? Not much of a chart here to really be looking at, man. I don't have an opinion on this. I really don't have an opinion on this unless I can find a better chart, because this is just, it's not helpful for me, and I should just say I don't fucking know. And yeah, the 4 hour for Bybit, same shit over here. If I had to call it, if I absolutely had to call it, you put a gun in my head and you started playing R&B Usher shit, I'd say, all right, bro, please stop, and it's maybe gonna come down to like 1 cent even, but I don't feel as confident on that. I don't look at that as anything I'd really be going off of. It's not enough history there. All right, I lost my place. I need to go see what else is listed me up over here. So let's see. Okay. Oh, she actually has all of them. That's great. Let's see. Okay, next one is D-Trader again. He's looking at Grok. All right, Grok USD. Okay. All right. No problem. Let's see. What is this one looking at? 4 hour. Any bounces? When bounce? When bounce? Or maybe Gate IO. I heard MM Crypto had it. No, it's not Gay IO. It's Gate IO. Okay. Gay IO is that story that I told earlier. 4 hour time frame. If I had to call it, it probably comes back down. You know, somewhere around like actually a little bit below. Somewhere around like 1 cent. Something like that. Again, a very new chart. I don't have a strong opinion on it. You know, where would I turn around to be bullish on it? Back above like one spot, 75 cents. Until then, I think it's probably more likely to try a little bit more downside, but not really going off of much here, to be honest with you. Yeah, it ain't much of a chart. Let's see. Phase Daily says C perk. All right, Phase, is this Phase Clan? Did they go IPO? They literally did. Holy shit, that is so crazy. Phase up. Good day. Huge volume on the green dildos. God damn it. Could be lagging the Dow to all-time highs. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what's happening here, man. Phase is obviously, it's just an optical illusion, bro. Turn the chart upside down. That's where the answers are. That's right. It's definitely lagging. It's definitely lagging the Dow. I agree. It's lagging it by a lot, though, and I think it might continue to lag it. And this is one of the weirdest RSI reads I've ever seen. It's like a flat line. It's like a dead heartbeat. It's actually dead. It probably does try some upside there, though, to be fair. Edward says 4 hour and daily on Super Please. Actually, I have this one on my list over here. I like watching this one because Mr. Elio is, well, he's got some shit planned out. Look, at some point, you're going to have some pretty nasty bearish divergence here on the daily. So, you know, I would be kind of on pullback watch relatively soon. Do I think that it tries more to the upside first? Here's the problem with this one is that the 50% level would be a really good level to have that retracement at, but it already looks like a breakout above there. I think it probably does try more to the upside first. 4 hour time frame likely could pull back down to 55 cents very, very easily. I'd really only say that it has topped out here for a while if you do see a move back down below about 40 cents. Until then, you know, short-term downside likely does produce one more move to the upside. But this one's very close to the highs of this rally if it's not already seen it. I mean, volatility reads like this are rare, and it's not a good bet to be looking for too much more upside in the more near term. I think best case scenario would be somewhere like deep 80s to low 90s. But I think it could have just easily put in a high here at about 60 cents. Only the weekly will tell. So for right now, I'd actually have to wait until Sunday, or basically Monday, actually. If you see back below 60 cents by Sunday, okay, that's a very easy call. This one's topped out for a while. I'm gonna spend some time consolidating lower. If you haven't seen that, then okay, fair game. This probably pushes closer to a buck actually. Let's see. RM says SNX break 500-day range and weekly bullish. SNX. I don't know why 500 days. Why does 500 days matter? Let's see. What would be a good? Here we go. This one probably should have the most history. No, because I don't think that area actually matters all that much, to be honest with you. looking at the monthly here. Okay, I take that back. I do think that this one's put in a low. It's put in a higher low here as well on the macro scale. I think that it will work its way towards 440 and probably close to like $6.5, $7. You know, sometime early next year. Short term pullback. It's definitely not the strongest chart that we've seen today, but I think it's put in a low here. It's most likely put in a low here. Most likely spends the next few months going to the upside, closer to $6. Ladyboys on the daily. I would also like to know about Ladyboys on the daily. Elsa says, "Oh, okay," because it's very like, this is a person that I have sex with who thinks that if I say that, that means I don't like her. This is how crazy girls are. Okay, girls are they. I almost said it there. Well, I can finish that sentence, but that will get me banned on YouTube. And I like to not get banned on YouTube. So you know what? Girls are God's gifts to women, and they are like little angels, precious angels, who can never do no wrong. And honestly, they're amazing. The smartest people probably ever as well of all time. Radar, DAP Radar, okay? DAP Radar. Let's see. No time frame given. Weird as fuck, dude. Why fuck around with charts like this? Yes, it probably does go up from here. It probably does go up, but why? Bullish as long as you're above 0.6%. Probably works its way back up somewhere around like maybe even close to a cent in like the next month or two, but not that interesting of a chart, I don't think. Joey Burden says, past my bedtime. Well, good morning to you, sir. VRA veracity on 4-hour and daily. Okay, VRA veracity. Let's see. Veracity. 4-hour and daily. Okay, the 4 hours probably gonna be looking bearish divergence, probably a little bit of a pullback first. 0.8 would be a good area, maybe 7 tenths if things get a little more crazy. Daily, however, weekly, however, looked like continuation to me. Long term, this one's actually very interesting here. I would get extremely bearish on this one below 6.7 Until then, I should probably treat this as a macro reversal, and it probably should continue to the upside. Overall, closer to the highs of what you saw in February and probably beyond. Yeah. I do think that this one's probably going to the upside, though. More likely to go to the upside than the downside here. So short-term pullback, long-term continuation. Let's see. Green Tech says FET on the daily and 4-hour. Okay. FET. These AI coins are getting real popular, man. Real fucking popular. Okay. Actually pressed the wrong one. I didn't mean to do that one. I meant to do this one. Okay. 4-hour and daily. Daily time frame pullback, bearish divergence. Probably comes back down closer to 44 cents if I had to guess. 4-hour time frame, same shit. Short term might try a little bit of a rally, but I don't think that's the rally you're looking for. I think that this one pulls back first before anything else. Long term, weird as hell chart. I don't know what to make of that long term, to be honest with you. Very, very bizarre chart. John Dude says FRA USD on Gate Exchange. Gate Exchange. It's not gay exchange, it's Gate Exchange. Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible, man. Wow. Into the shitcoin gutter you go, sir. Barely moved, but I think it's hit its lows on the weekly. Problem is that even if it has hit its lows here, it's not going to do anything remotely as impressive as the rest of this market. I don't think, at least. This is just not strength. Like, the strong ones have already moved. It's only the weak ones that have not moved by now. So yeah, it might try some upside moves from here. I think you're probably right. It probably has seen a major bottom, but it can rally all the way up to 3.5 and still be in a macro downtrend. Terrible chart. One of the worst ones we've seen today, actually. I love you too as well, though. By the way, is my hopium misplaced? Well, you can be right about there being a low. It doesn't mean that it's going to go much higher from there, though. That's the whole problem with playing that game. BK says AIOZ. Okay, AIOZ, USD. What is this? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Everyone's looking at Gate. What's up with this Gate? Again, bearish divergence here on the daily. Short term probably continues a little bit more to the downside, 10 cents. Maybe even 6.5 cents if things get really, really crazy. Long term, probably have to look at this one as putting in higher lows as long as you're above about 5.5 cents. So yeah, I think it retraced a little bit more and then probably bounced from there. Could this be the next macro high? Maybe, but I think it goes for a consolidation for a while first, and then we can check back on it later. Let's see. I'm open-minded and I'm cool, says Ram Power. That's right. I am too, sir. And I'm so open-minded that my fucking brain fell out, apparently. Amadeus Siana says, hey, mommy, I miss you. I miss you as well. USDT D on the weekly. All right, let's check it out. I don't know. Oh, yeah, this one did break down over here. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. Yeah, full-on reversal. Look, it's going to have its ebbs and flows here. It could even bounce up north of 7% if it really wanted to, and I suspect that it will when we see Bitcoin have a major pullback, but long-term, this one's coming down to 5%, or very likely to come down to 5%. Bearish evidence all the way through on macro timeframes. And had a full-on breakdown, over here. Let's see. Carderpio on the daily, weekly, maybe monthly. All right. Carderpio. Okay, what do we have? All right, on crypto. Again, it's like a lot of the other shitcoin charts that we've seen today. It's probably put in a macro low here. It's probably going to work its way to the upside from here, towards 60 cents. It is relatively weak compared to most of the southern market, though. Even the weekly is struggling while the rest of the market gets kind of a free ride to the upside. But I think that it will continue the upside. It's just there are other things that are stronger. This one really doesn't even get exciting as long as you're below like 66 cents. And I'd even call, I don't think this is what happens, but if this were to happen, I'd get extremely bearish. But anything below like 34 cents, extremely fucking bearish. Until then, I think it probably does try some more upside. The problem is that if it does go below there, you're gonna have major hidden bearish evidence. But I don't think that's what's happening. I think that this one does continue up towards 45 cents. Let's see. Dubnet says mass Q. Okay, just one, man, just one. Can only handle so many shitcoins per one message. Let's see. All right, I really don't know what would be maybe. No, I guess I'll go to Bybit for this one. Kind of in the middle of the pack as far as shitcoins go. Do I think that it continues on with the rally towards like $4.50? Probably yes. Only bearish below 335. Below 335, yeah, I'd be massively bearish. But until then, this one probably tries more to the upside. Let's see. Philosophian says algo. Okay, ALGO. All right. On the daily. Okay. Very similar to a lot of the other charts. This one, again, terrible chart. Terrible, just fucking god awful, man. Really bad, really bad. Has it put in a major low here? Yes. Does it work its way up? Maybe close to like 22 cents? Probably yes. Is it going to be as strong as the other charts that we've seen? Fuck no. Really only, this one's only bearish if it comes back down below about 12.5 cents. That's where problems are. Until then, it does try some more to the upside. It's not relatively strong. It's relatively weak. Crypto Forever 2019 says, hello, USDT on Gate. I don't think USD, like you literally just want to look at Tether? Probably not. Game Swift on Bybit. Okay, that makes more sense. Game Swift. It's not on Bybit, or at least it's not on TradingView on Bybit, but it is on Uniswap versus Ethereum. So that's the best that I can do. Better than most charts that we've seen today. In fact, short term probably pops back up towards these highs over here at whatever the fuck that number is. I don't know. This one's only bearish if it comes back down below whatever the hell this number is right here. I don't know. It's too many digits, too many decimal places. Overall, I think the rally continues. Yeah, flagging out at a high level. It's a very new thing, but yeah, probably does continue on with the upside. Anyways, I think we probably hit the end of this stream. My voice is starting to kill me now. We're about an hour into it. I need to go punch a bag, and then I need to get back to some Baldur's Gate 3 action. And I mean action, because there's a lot of sex toys that happen in that game. Anyways, I'm going to sign off on that note. The volume mommy, you bastard. Yeah, I'm going to sign off on that note. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you on this nice little Tuesday morning, getting back to some of these live streams. Yeah, we'll be doing these, like I said, at least once a week, maybe even twice, depending upon, what sort of action happens and how free I am. But for right now, it's time. It's time. I expect that we have some more fun times, maybe another few weeks of this, and then it's probably going to get boring as fuck again. So, again, my general thoughts on the market, probably one more move to the upside, probably a major pullback after that, probably a very boring after that, probably continuation of the upside after that. Basically it. Basically what it has been for a while now. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll sign off right there. Holy shit, RLB just got destroyed in like the last minute. I saw it go from 15 cents to 14 real fast, and it's going to go lower. Yeah, this one's topped out for a long time. Wow. Don't own any of it, but I know a lot of people are very interested in it. Coinbase, by the way, hitting one of our like super big targets here, 140. Wow. Jesus Christ, man. I think that one goes more over time as well. Not bad. All right. I actually do own Coinbase, by the way. Anyways, yeah. Good place for me to leave off. As always, wish you the best. Take care. Much love. And see you hopefully next time. Elsa's waving in the background because she loves you today. And she... what is she doing? I don't know. And we'll leave it right there. Mr. African Crypto Warlord, good fucking man. Good to see you as well, brother. And speak soon. And speak soon to everyone else out there as well. Maybe even a gaming stream for some Baldur's Gate action. All right, we'll end it there. Take care.
Write it, code it, name it, tweet it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it, and receive it. Trade it, buy it, sell it, store it, run it, list it, first rename it. Crypto logic. Pump it, hack it, lose it, dump it, sell it, ditch it, XR, pitch it, copy, paste it, nudge it, test it, build it, try it, bend it, fork it, hype it, pump it, dump it, rinse, repeat, but quick relocate. Pause it, list it, send it,